7 Secrets to Help Seniors Improve Sleep. Dear friends, have you ever laid down on the bed, thinking that you would fall into a deep sleep in just a few minutes, but then, your eyes are still wide open, your mind is racing with trivial thoughts? There are nights when I just want sleep to come gently like when I was young, but the more I wish, the more it eludes me. And the older I get, the more I realize that sleep is no longer simply a matter of closing your eyes and it's done. It is a journey, sometimes as winding as a night road in a strange countryside. We, those who have gone through most of our lives, need sleep not only to rest, but also to recover, to have a clear mind, to keep our bones from aching, and to live each day to the fullest. There is research at the University of California showing that sleep quality is directly related to memory and cardiovascular health in the elderly. Yet, we often ignore this, thinking that difficulty sleeping is a natural part of old age. But my friend, that's not true. Sleep, if you know how to take care of it, can still be peaceful and delicious, like when you were in your 20s. In this video, we will talk about 7 small secrets to help our elderly sleep become deeper, easier, and lighter. No need for sleeping pills, no need for expensive equipment, just a little change in your daily routine. You will see miracles gradually appear. Let's go through each small story, each close experience, like old friends who have confided in each other for a long time. Let's start with the first secret, something that sounds simple, but has great power: establishing a stable biological rhythm. Have you noticed that we often sleep easier when we work or eat on time every day? The human body has a biological clock, called the circadian rhythm, that coordinates almost all activities during the day: eating, body temperature, hormone secretion, and especially, sleeping. When you are young, this clock is flexible and easy to adjust. But as you age, it becomes much more difficult. If the time is even slightly off, it will protest immediately. Many of my friends, after retirement, often sleep late, wake up late, or sometimes sleep too long during the day. As a result, at night, they toss and turn, unable to sleep. There is an old lady in my neighborhood in Sacramento, she said. Since my husband passed away, I often stay up until almost 2 a.m. before going to sleep, because I don't know what to do during the day. I just doze off all day. Later, the doctor advised her to create a regular schedule: wake up early, sunbathe, eat breakfast, go for a walk, take a 20-minute nap at noon, and avoid electronic devices before 9 p.m. at night. And you know what? After just 1 month, she slept well again. The important thing here is, build yourself a fixed sleep schedule, even when you don't have to go to work or have anything to do. For example, you can set a bedtime of 10 p.m. and wake up at 6 a.m., maintain it regularly every day, even on weekends. Your body will thank you for that. So after having a stable schedule, what's the next step? How to help your body fall asleep easier every night. This is when we come to a small but very powerful friend. The second secret is natural light. I know, many of us, especially in the winter or in places with little sunlight, spend the day indoors. But did you know that morning sunlight can reset your body clock? When natural light hits the retina of your eye, it sends a signal to your brain, signaling it's the start of a new day. And in the evening, your brain responds by secreting melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy. So, if you don't get enough light during the day, your body gets confused, and as a result, you toss and turn all night. When I lived in Oregon, the winters were often dark and gloomy, making me sleepy during the day but restless at night. A geriatrician suggested that I try walking outside for about 30 minutes every morning. Even if it was dark, the light still worked. Sure enough, after a few weeks, I slept much better, without taking any pills. If you can't get outside because of the weather or your health, try opening the curtains wide, sitting near a bright light, or even using a white light bulb designed for people with seasonal sleep disorder. These are easy to find in stores in the US or on Amazon, are affordable, and are especially helpful for older people. So we've covered the 2 key things: keeping a regular schedule and getting enough natural light. But you know what? There's another important but often overlooked factor: the third secret: bedtime eating habits. One night, I had a pretty late dinner, around 8:30, of spicy beef stir-fry and a can of soda. I couldn't sleep that night. In the morning, I felt tired and like I'd been up all night. It turns out that spicy food and caffeinated drinks were the culprits. Experts from the National Sleep Foundation recommend that older adults avoid eating too much at night and that they should eat dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. Also, be careful of tricky foods like chocolate, which contains caffeine, black tea, or even orange juice. The acid can cause reflux and disrupt sleep. Instead, you can have some bananas, oatmeal, or a glass of warm milk. These contain tryptophan and magnesium, two substances that help relax the nerves and help you sleep better. My friend in Florida, over 70 years old, shared a little secret that she calls a cup of peaceful milk. Every night before going to bed, 1 hour before going to bed, she warms a glass of unsweetened almond milk, adds a little cinnamon powder and a spoonful of honey. She said, "I don't know if it's because of psychology or if it really works, but since drinking this cup of milk, I have woken up less in the middle of the night." Think about it, sometimes peace comes from the simplest things, right? So we have just gone through the first 3 things together: keeping a stable schedule, getting enough natural light, and adjusting your evening eating habits. Each of these things is small, but when combined, they will make a significant change in your sleep. Now, let's close this conversation here. In the next part, I will tell you a few more special secrets, things that I believe will help you not only sleep well, but also wake up with a lighter, happier mood every morning. Dear friend, in the previous part, we explored 3 important things together. Those 3 things are like 3 legs of a tripod holding the pot of health, seemingly small, but if one is missing, sleep will be unstable. Today, I want to tell you a few more secrets, things that seem so simple that people easily ignore them, but if you pay a little attention, you will immediately see the difference at night. Secret 4. Make your bedroom a peaceful place, not a place to fight with sleep. Do you remember when you were a child, every time you lay in your mother's arms, hearing a soft lullaby, your eyes would close? A dark, warm, quiet room, no noise, no bright lights, all create a safe space for sleep. But then as an adult, I turned my bedroom into a place filled with all kinds of things: TV, phone, computer, even unpaid bills. I have an uncle, living in Texas. He used to complain, "Every time I lie down in bed, my mind is racing, thinking about things I haven't finished." It turns out, his bedroom has a TV playing an action movie, a phone ringing with news alerts, and a night light that's as bright as a study lamp. It's no wonder he suffered from insomnia for months. One day, he decided to make a change. He turned off the TV at 8 p.m., put his phone out of the room, replaced the white light bulbs with soft yellow ones, sprayed some lavender essential oil around his pillow, and played soft meditation music. The result? He slept straight from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m., something that was previously a fairy tale for him. You see, sometimes we can't sleep because of worries, but because the surrounding environment is not inviting enough for sleep. The bedroom, whether it's a small or large room, should be a place that makes you feel at peace when you enter. A soft blanket, clean sheets, a cool temperature of 20 to 22 degrees Celsius, soft lighting and no noise, just that, you have given yourself the opportunity to sleep well every night. Join me for the 5th secret. Don't force yourself to sleep, relax and let sleep come to you. One of the biggest mistakes I ever made was lying in bed and trying to sleep. You know that feeling? Lying still, eyes closed tightly, muttering in your head, "Go to sleep, go to sleep, you have to wake up early tomorrow." But the harder you try, the more awake you become. Your palms sweat, your heart beats fast, your mind is as tense as a string. A psychiatrist once told me, sleep is a guest. You can't force them to come, you can only create the conditions for them to want to come. Since then, I've changed my approach. Instead of trying to sleep, I've switched to relaxing and waiting. You can try a few of the ones I did. First is the 4-7-8 breathing exercise. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, then exhale slowly for 8 seconds. Repeat 4 to 5 times. This technique helps slow down the heart rate and calm the nervous system. Next is the body scan exercise. Close your eyes and slowly walk from head to toe in your mind, feeling each part of your body. As your consciousness accompanies each breath, your mind will automatically close and you will fall asleep without realizing it. And then, imagine a peaceful place, for example, sitting under a tree in the park, listening to the birds chirping, the gentle wind blowing past your cheeks. Just let your mind drift like that. You will gently fall asleep without knowing it. An old lady at the health club near my house, 82 years old this year, shared, "I imagine myself lying on a bamboo hammock, the country wind blowing coolly on my back, listening to melodious music in the distance. Just like that, I fall asleep without knowing it." Sleep is not a race to win, but a gentle walk. Relax, let it come to you. Continue with the sixth secret. Light exercise during the day, so that at night, the body knows it is time to rest. We often hear, the older you are, the more rest you should get. But did you know? The less active your body is, the harder it is to sleep. On the contrary, light exercise during the day helps you sleep better at night. I am not talking about going to the gym or running a marathon. Just walk around the garden, do some Tai Chi, sweep the floor, water the plants, or simply stand up and walk around instead of sitting on the chair all day. Those small movements help your body produce energy during the day, and when it is evening, your body will know tiredness and start to activate the resting mechanism. A friend of mine, almost 70 years old, used to have insomnia because he sat watching TV from morning to night every day. Later, he listened to his doctor and walked slowly for 20 to 30 minutes every day around the neighborhood. Just like that, after 2 weeks, he said, "I've been sleeping very well, waking up in the morning feeling light, no more pain." This has been confirmed by many studies. Older people who exercise regularly will sleep more deeply, wake up less often in the middle of the night, and feel more alert when they wake up. So, my friend, don't sit still all day and then hope to sleep well at night. Let your body know that it has worked enough, and now it's time to rest. You see, just by adjusting a few small habits, from the way you arrange your bedroom, the way you breathe, to walking around the house, we are closer to a full night's sleep. In the next part, I will share the final secret, a particularly important thing that any older person should know if they want to have a deep sleep and a clear mind every morning. We have gone through 6 simple but powerful secrets, from keeping a regular schedule, adjusting the lighting, eating properly, taking care of your bedroom, learning to relax, to doing light exercise during the day. Each one is like a small brick, paving the way to a good night's sleep. But there is one last thing, perhaps the most important, that is often forgotten, that is cleaning up the mind before going to bed, letting go of worries, letting the mind rest along with the body. Do you remember the feeling when you lie down in bed at night, everything is quiet, but your mind is in a mess? The children, the money, the health, the things that don't make sense keep coming back. The more you think, the more you worry. The more you worry, the more you can't sleep. A vicious cycle. I once met an old lady named Eleanor, who lives in a small town in the state of Vermont. She is 87 years old, healthy, mentally alert, and especially, sleeps very well. When asked for her secret, she just smiled gently. "I have an invisible basket right at the head of my bed. Every night before I go to bed, I put in it all the things that bother me. I'll think about tomorrow." It sounds simple, but it is actually a form of mental liberation. The mind also needs rest, just like our body. If you don't let it go, it will keep working continuously, and you will feel tired even when you open your eyes the next morning. An effective way to do that is to write a diary before going to bed. It doesn't have to be long, just a few lines. Write down what you're worried about, then put the pen down as if you've submitted all your worries to the page. You can also write down 3 things you're grateful for that day. This helps shift your mind from worry to relief. I have a habit, every night before going to bed, of putting my hand on my heart, closing my eyes and saying quietly, "I did my best today. I'll think about tomorrow. Now it's time to rest." It sounds like a message to my inner child. And guess what? It's more effective than sleeping pills. Scientists have also proven that older people who spend at least 5 minutes each night relaxing their minds, by writing, meditating, or praying, will have better sleep quality, fewer nightmares, and deeper sleep. Sometimes, what keeps us up at night isn't a sore back or the sound of cars outside, but the pieces of anxiety that won't go away. Learn to put them down, like a burden off your shoulders, so you can sleep peacefully. Dear friend, so we have gone through the journey together to discover 7 secrets to help improve sleep in old age. Each secret, though small, but if you persevere in doing it, will be like cool drops of water gradually seeping into the land of the soul, so that each night is no longer a struggle with sleep, but a time when you can truly rest, recover, and dream beautiful dreams. We are no longer young, but that does not mean we have to live with restless nights, half-hearted sleep. We deserve a good night's sleep as a gift for a long day lived to the fullest, as a whisper of peace, as a return to ourselves. Remember, you don't have to change everything at once. Start with the easiest thing, maybe turn off the TV earlier, or simply take a few deep breaths before closing your eyes. Those little things, when repeated, will weave into habits, and habits create quality of life. If you have ever applied one of these methods and found it effective, do not hesitate to share in the comments section. Maybe it will help someone who is struggling with sleepless nights. And if you have any more good secret, I look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to click like video if you find these shares useful, and subscribe to the channel to continue accompanying each other in warm, sincere stories dedicated to us, those who are living fully every day in the journey of old age. I wish you a good night's sleep tonight, and wake up tomorrow morning with a gentle smile on your lips. Live happily, live healthily at any age. Thank you for listening. Goodbye and see you in the next video.